Let me tell you something that you might not like. Your first year in agricultural business, doing agricultural business, we test everything about you, your patience, your money, and even your planning. So it's not about if you know it, it's about you now practicing what you know to get results. So it is going to try everything in you. And if you are not careful, that can be the starting point of your breakthrough in agricultural business, or it might be the breaking point for you in agricultural business. When I started, I used to think once I plant, the money will definitely come. There will be no need for me to go through any stress. Oh, just plant the seed, water it, and the money will start coming. But agriculture taught me one thing quickly, that nature does not respect your emotions or your budget. Nature is just nature. And when we talk about agriculture, agriculture just revolves around nature. So it does not care how you feel, it does not care, it just cares about your consistency. The truth is, the first year you will make mistakes. It is not avoidable. You might try to reduce losses, you might try to save money, but you will definitely make mistakes. You cannot, and you making mistake does not mean you are failing. It means you're actually learning, you're already practicing. I remember when I started, I think I do share this story. My first land was a four plot of land that someone sold to me as 1 acre. I'm going to talk about that one separately in another video. As 1 acre. And because I did not know, I leased that land times four of what they were leasing then. They do lease land then in my location, 3 to 5,000 naira per acre. But I ended up paying for that land 30,000 naira per acre because I was new. I did not understand the system. I don't know how the thing works. And even the one I paid 30,000 per acre, they ended up giving me four plots of land. So I used that my first year to learn, in as much as I wasted money that first year. But it's that first year that built the family that you are seeing today. So your first year is just for learning. You will definitely make mistakes. The other truth about your first year is the numbers, especially when you're selling, the numbers will definitely shock you. You can you'll be expecting a return, especially when you're a newbie and you read online, and you'll be expecting a certain return on investment and you end up getting another return on investment. So the profit margin you are getting, in fact, I will not say profit, but the numbers you'll be getting in your first year, those numbers will shock you. The way mine shocked me. After cultivating the four plots of vegetable farm, I took it to the market to sell, and what I just got from that, I still remember that feeling. I remember that day that as I got to the man and they were pressing the distance, some woman said, give us the bundle 200 naira for 1 dozen. I'm like, I don't understand. Are people kidding me? Do you know how much it took me to bring this from the farm location to this place? Do you know how much I got this? And then the seed I planted was imported. Do you know how much I got this? And you're telling me to. So it got to a stage I got very angry and I left the produce in the market and I just went because it was not worth it. It was, oh, I still have that feeling. Anytime I think about it, I still have that first feeling. So the thing is, the numbers you are expecting is not the numbers you will get in terms of money. In the first year, you are going to lose something. You will lose something, and that thing you're going to lose is money. In the first year, you are going to overspend. You are not overspending because maybe you don't have a budget or you did not plan. You're overspending because actually it's the learning process for you. Let me tell you something about this first year. You will learn more than you earn. And I think that's the joy of it. The first year helps you to prepare for the next seasons. And once you can conquer that first year failure, the fear, you are good to go. And finally, for this part of the first year, if you don't document everything, if you do not document everything, you see that mistake you made in your first year, you will definitely repeat it in your next year. If you are not strategic, if you work with emotions in the first year, there's a probability that you still repeat that same mistake in your second year. So what will I advise you? How do you survive the first year? I would say from start, track every kobo you invest. Every single kobo, the minute you are buying land. So this tracking helps you with something. When you are now doing your analysis, you are doing your research at the end of the day. Like I said, I leased my own four plots for 30,000 naira. Meanwhile, they're leasing an acre, 6 plots for 3,000 naira. As of then, 3,000 for 5,000 naira. So if you write it down that the first is the amount you have, and you are going into farming the next year, by then you should have done enough research to help you know the balance, the middle, and what you can pay for your next planting season. If it is land clearing, land preparation, let's say you spend 50,000 naira clearing one plot of land. I am meant to spend 10,000 naira clearing one plot of land. That you writing it out will help you in the next season to know your budget, how to budget within that range. Do you understand? So track every naira. I think that was the first mistake I made. That I didn't track money. I was just, because I had a certain amount of saved to invest in farming to resign as of then. I did not really track my expenses. I was just spending. This one call me, I give. So track every naira. That is how you can survive the first year. Another one you need to do is you need to build a monetary culture. Monitor all your activities. And if you are not around to monitor, there's an hack I use now. Get an external team to monitor the team that you have on ground. I do that all the time. Get outsiders to come and monitor what your people are doing. So initially, I launched the farm management service where I help you to set up, manage, and even sell your produce. But it got to a point we are bringing that back in the new season. So if you want our management service, book ahead, because it's always booked and we only work with few clients. So book ahead. Go to your farm and check. Monitor the activities that is going on there. If you cannot monitor it, get monitoring team. So we offer that service now where we go to your farm and give you the actual report of what is going on ground, especially if you are not on ground. So we send the videos, we send the pictures. All we just do is monitor. We do not manage. So monitoring is different from management. So just reach out to me to know the difference in services and let me know the one you want to go for. But if you are to survive the first year in farming, you need to monitor your farm activities. And to be able to survive your first year, you need to start small. Something that you can manage to scale. You need to start small. And that's why I say if you have 10 acres that you want to cultivate, start with 1 or 2, because that 1 or 2 is what you use to learn. Then the next planting season you can upgrade. Then you might have learned what it takes to run a farm or your farming business. So start small. Don't just start fast. Start small and scale. The best decision that you can do in your first year of farming is invest in knowledge. Learn. Have someone that is guiding you. I don't want to call it a mentor. Mentor is a term we tend to misuse all the time. Have someone that is holding you by your hand to tell. This is someone that has done the practical, and that is why I work with the locals. I work with people on field. If you call me for your farm setup, you will see that my teams that I bring are locals. These are people that have been on ground for years. If you call us for your farm managing, you see that the people I bring. Same thing with you gaining knowledge. Get your knowledge from people that are practicing it on field, and that is why I launched the Farming Inner Circle. The Farming Inner Circle is where I get to hold you by your hand to run your project start to finish in a year. So the circle opens twice in a year, January and in June. And please, that circle only admits 20 to 25 people yearly. The reason is because I get to visit your farm. It's a whole lot. I get to hold you, and you have access to me throughout the year. You can call me, leave messages, and I reply you. And also, the Farming Inner Circle is where I bring my locals to analyze your farm. Once you call me, Julie, this farm is doing this, is doing this, what should I do? What should I do? I bring the people that I use to check it, and I will give you detailed reports on what you are doing wrong or what you should do right. So if you're interested, you can join the Farming Inner Circle. Like I said, you just admit twice in a year, and it's just 20 people. And those 20 people, the funny part of Farming Inner Circle is the people that join now, we don't want to leave that Farming Inner Circle again. So there might not be space for you to enter. Now that it is open, kindly join. Also, we'll be launching our farm management in the next planting season. So if you want us to manage your farm in the next planting season, please, yearly we only take 5 farms that we manage yearly. 5 farms. So book your slot and reach out to me. And finally, for those that need farm workers, I've started sourcing for farm workers. I have started sourcing for farm workers. And for the next planting season, I will only be sourcing for 10 farm workers. 2 for each one. The minimum, if you need a farm worker, the minimum land size that we're working with in the next planting season is 10 acres. So you must have a minimum of 10 acres before I can release a farm worker for you. We are at the point of sourcing farm workers now. If you are interested, kindly reach out to me so that I will give you the criteria. I think I stopped farm work. I'm going to talk about it later, or maybe I'll do a separate video for it. So if you're interested, reach out to me. All right. If you got value, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to see you in my next video.